Joy comes because you're set free. When you came to Jesus and you got saved, that old man, that old woman got buried in a grave, and that person is dead. Where'd she go? I saw her. Where'd she go? She was here a second ago. Yes. Dead, 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 dead. Remind yourself that that old person is dead. They don't exist any longer, because when you came to Jesus Christ, your old man was buried with him, and at resurrection you are a new creation. That is not a far off mystical thing. It is now. It happened when you got saved. So every time the enemy brings these lies about who you used to be or what you used to do, you need to remind yourself that you don't even know what he's talking about, because that person is dead. I can tell you, I lived 27 years before I got saved. 8 of those years as a Special Forces Green Beret. I did some things that I don't like that I did. I used to be the biggest partier you've ever met. I grew up in a home where they did drugs. I don't know who that person is, because in the summer of 1993, that person died and cannot be resurrected. That person died with no hope of ever returning, because the new life that I live now in Christ Jesus gives me hope for a resurrected life, where I am now saved, healed, and delivered. Right? That word sozo is saved, going to heaven, healed in my physical body head to toe, and deliverance from any demonic activity. That's what that word means. Salvation brings you everything when you say yes to Jesus. Salvation brings you wholeness. So when those lies come back to you, it is the enemy trying to rob you of the salvation that you received in the moment that you said yes to Jesus. Right? The problem that we have is that we say, well, but I still sin sometimes. Yeah, but that does not make you a sinner. You're not a sinner. You are a son. You are a saint. You have been set free from the slave mentality. You are no longer held captive to the law that the enemy keeps trying to destroy you with. The handwriting on the wall, he keeps trying to remind you. He keeps trying to go, hey, do you remember that time when you got really super high and you did that stupid thing? You need to remind him that you don't even know what he's talking about, because that didn't happen to you, because that person's dead. Because you are a new creation in Christ Jesus. It is the hope of glory that lives inside of you. So just begin to dwell on the fact that you are saved, that you have the purchased Christ possession, right? Salvation is the title deed to what is ours. This is a joyous time, right? This is not a heavy time. This is like, holy crap, I just won the lottery. I won the lottery, right? Right? Isn't that what's happening right now? The very fact that you got saved means you won the lottery, not 3.5 million, not 9.7 million, but you won the lottery to all of creation, because you're a son in the kingdom. What was Wes talking about? That when you're a son in the house, you have access to everything in the house, right? The prodigal son, remember? He goes out and he squanders all of his stuff. He comes home. The elder brother's angry. He's frustrated. He's mad. He's like, he goes outside and throws a freaking pity party. And God comes out and says what? He goes, son, did you not have access to everything all the time that we were here? At any point, you could have thrown a party. That's cause for celebration, guys. Because you have access to everything in the house. You have access to everything in the house by faith, working through love. Right? So just take a moment and begin to dwell on that. Dwell on the fact that being in His presence is the most amazing thing in the whole world.